Good day, good evening to you all. This is my open source intelligence passive recon lab assignment. My name is tbohlen. So the passive recon, the first step is to map the online presence of the target, and then find the personal information or like his email address. So we go on a website called the OSINT framework, and we look at the email address, and then we do the email search, and we use this website where we type in the company name Thor Industries, and which also brings forth the name of Robert Martin's email address, who is the CEO of Thor Industries. So the next step in the passive recon, and we're going to use Maltego, and so we're going to open a new graph, and then open two phrases, one for the target user and one for the target company. The target user is going to be Robert Martin, and the target company is going to be Thor Industries. And we'll do a search on the websites and the email accounts of Robert Martin to see his email and his various footprints on the web. However, doing a deeper dive, I found another user within the company that I could target rather than the CEO of the company, Mr. Robert Martin. I found a new search, which is Ms. Zool. Using the same method on searching the social media websites on our first target, we will use the same tactics to search Ms. Zool's email address and her social media presence. Once we did that, we used IPQS to verify and check the email address. We find out that Ms. Zool's email account is determined to be legitimate, and the following screenshots are available to show this process. So the examination of attack vectors, and these are where the hacker can take the vulnerabilities and use it against us. So compromised user credentials is where users have lackadaisy mindset on their passwords. Software vulnerabilities is where when software needs to be patched or they're not patched. Phishing is when we target users to infect viruses to the network. Insider threats is where disgruntled employees are there and they might want to sabotage the network. Missing a weak encryption happens when the users don't encrypt their data. Misconfigured devices is when the IT team has poor training on setting up their servers, sometimes leaving ports open. And then distributed denial of services when there's an attack on the server and making it useless. So this is a spear phishing email I created for Ms. Zool. So I told her that she needed to update her password. I gave her the link, and I gave her what she needed to put in the information so that we can then gain access to her computer. So the golden rule is do others whatever you would like them to do to you, Matthew 7:12. Here the verse goes to say that we all have areas in our lives that we don't provide to the public. Since we don't want our own privacy invaded, we should expect that others would want the same. The next one is stealing. Hacking goes against God's commands, against theft. Exodus 20:16, Deuteronomy 19:11, and thieves steal for their own personal selfish gains, and the acting of hacking isn't really done for good intentions. Philippians 2:3, do not out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, rather in humility values others above yourselves. Meaning, if we valued others above our own needs, we would never have to violate privacy of others. The legal and ethical considerations. Legally, we just can't do it. Ethically, maybe because we can do it doesn't mean it's right. So it's just like the saying, because we're other countries that eat dogs, but in the United States, we just don't think it's ethically humane. In the cybersecurity legal issues, if your business is US-based, you have to comply with state specific laws and the federal privacy laws that are in place. There are certain other laws in different countries that don't follow the U.S. laws, but ethically, we have to follow them. This is the conclusion of my presentation. These are my references. If you have any questions, please contact me, and I will be glad to answer your questions. Thank you very much, and have a great day.